So could you still have could you share your memory probably of that toy you used to play with? I mean, what's your favorite toy that you get to play with this guy?
A toy. I don't know. I just remember him being quite clumsy, actually, when we
Clumsy,
were
but what
kids.
happens? Like,
My
for
mum,
example,
like,
give us an example.
We were quite young. I don't think PJ will remember this, but my mum used to have this glass table that
Oh my!
was in the living room.
All right.
And one time he was up in our living room, and he just leant on it like that, and the whole thing just broke. Yeah, it shattered. I think you'll remember that, Auntie Ida, because she had to pay for it,
So
basically.
I think, did you cry?
I don't think he cried at all. I don't think he was aware of what he was doing. He was just a child.
So I think it's your mom who cried.
Yeah, exactly.
My God,
mom and
my
dad that
table.
cried, yeah.
All right, how about we ask John this time? So, John, how did you meet this guy? I mean, since I know that they have met because, you know, they were neighbors as well. How about you guys? How did you meet?
Well, we were dancing in Lahing Kayumangi dance group, and that's where I first met PJ.
Who joined Lahing Kayumangi first? Was it your guy right here, or was it you?
It was PJ first, and then I joined afterwards because I was in Eurofil at the time, and then we joined LK straight after that.
How do you guys find out about this community? I mean, this dance group.
I'm half Filipino, so...
So everybody
my mom-
who's half Filipino and half... Oh, it's open for the half... Oh, yeah. So that's a community. So apart from dancing, of course, in that club, what else do you do? I mean, what else do you enjoy doing? Of course, after every probably dance session, you go somewhere. What's the usual thing that you do that you guys enjoy together?
We normally play football, golf together. I normally beat him and he gets annoyed. Actually, it's the other way around. So he normally beats
So
me.
from folk dance, it evolves to something else, into sports, and to everything else where you could actually get to bond. How about we ask Vince right here? Apart from that, him being clumsy, could you share any other things, any other dirt about this guy?
Any dirt? Well, I do remember this one time when he would come upstairs to use our computer, and then he'd come upstairs with like different colored socks. And then this was the time when I didn't understand the word awkward. And then I asked him, why do you have different colored socks? And he was like, I'm just awkward. I was like, what does that mean? He was like, I don't know.
But it gets to wing it, you know.
Yeah,
I could wear different kinds of socks.
What does it
like you
mean?
could wear your brief on your pants a while back. All right, your message, quick message for your friend right here, and of course the lovely lady beside him.
What?
Quick message.
Quick message. Man, all the happiness and joy to you guys, man. You guys look really happy, and I'm really happy myself for you guys. So that's about it.
Mike, how about your first impression about this lady?
Oh, Elma. Okay, I mean, yeah, when I found out that they would start to go out, it wasn't really a shock to me because when he came back from the pilgrimage they went to, he was so elated and so happy that I knew instantly that this was going to be the one. And I know, like, previously, he'd not really, he'd had times where he had a few girls in mind, etc., but none of them really, panned out the way that he wanted. But with Elmer, it was such a different experience, seeing him so happy this way and knowing that, that Elmer was going to be the one for him. I was just so happy, and I knew this day would come. So, I'm glad we're here, and I'm glad that we're celebrating now. And congratulations, guys. That's what
All
I'm
right,
saying.
finally. All right, and how about you, sir? What was your part in the proposal? I mean, I think, it was in that dinner, was he a part of it? Not at all? No, that special dinner that you had? Just the two of us, so they weren't, okay, you're not in cahoots with them. Your quick message for this couple.
Just wish you all great happiness. You guys spend your days together, and yeah, be happy.
All right, and I think you're going to be friends for a long time still, even with this lady. I think it's just going to be enriching your friendship. Thank you so much. How about a big hand for these guys? We start with Suzette and Alicia. Suzette, here's the microphone. How about you share with us? I mean, how big a difference was it when she was in high school? How would you describe this lady back then?
Well, she's always been the same.
Oh, by the same you mean she has been...
She's always nice, sweet, and I always want her to find somebody. When she came to Vegas, I was forcing her to be with somebody. when she turned 30 in Las Vegas. And when she told me that she's getting married, so I'm so happy for her.
But the luck was not in Vegas, it's somewhere else. All right, how about we ask Alicia? It's the same. How about your fondest memory together with this lady back in high school? I know it's nice to reminisce this time. Girl Scout, was it that moment at the toilet when she was crying?
As I remember, when we are in high school, we always go to church every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday.
Wow.
We always pray that in the future we will have a good life, and we really study hard together.
Wow.
And we always, after the church, we always go to, what do you call that store? Tapsihan. Right? Did you remember? Yes.
Wow. There you go. So lovely. It's nice to find out you're a very prayerful lady, and that you guys prayed for your future. Probably you also prayed for your future husband. Now we have an answer to that.
Actually, I think one of my ninang is really, can really testify for this. When I was still in Basildon way back 2008, because I moved in London, that was a countryside in Essex. I was single, seriously, since I was in Basildon with China. Two of us during that time were still single. And then every time I go to church, I think my mommy is, she's like my mommy in Basildon. And I usually lit a candle. And most of my friends, they're whispering to me, "Oh, there you go again. You're praying for a man again." Most of them every Sunday, because, yeah, it's true. I always pray that one day the right man will come. And every Wednesday, every time I come here in Philippines, in every vacation or holiday, I try to go to Baclaran for a novena. And to be honest, yes, I really always pray that, one day I'll find a right man who will love me.
Are you going to be
Yes.
dropping? Oh, that's so sweet. Are you going to be dropping by Baclaran anytime soon together as a couple?
I think this one, he just found out this recently when we were in, this is, I haven't told even Francia regarding this. When I was in pilgrimage with our mama now, Mami Aida, and with Ati and Auntie Norma. To be honest, when we were in Alexandra, we have a mass. And when we are kneeling, praying after the communion, this is really serious. Every time I think of this, I always have a goosebump. And when you're praying, you close your eyes. And I always want to be in front because I don't use my eyeglass. I hate because I hate using it, especially when I'm praying. And then obviously I'm praying, and then I said, because I'm not young during that time, I'm already 30 something. So yes, and this is really serious. And I was praying because this is in a past of pilgrimage, one of the best holiday I've ever had, because I found my husband now. And when I opened my eyes while praying that, God, please give me, a man. And then when I opened, this is really serious, God knows this. And then when I opened my eyes, because they're having a communion, I saw his face passing in front of me. Nobody knows this, even Francia. But I told him, yes. I really saw his face.
God
right
loves
then
you.
and then that I was praying, and then when I opened my eyes,
Here's my gift for you. Look at him.
because that was at the end of our trip. So most of them, they are teasing us, and when I opened my eyes, and I felt something.
Wow, that's really something. All right, Dinah. So you are work friends. Your work friends. Did he ever visit your workplace? Of course.
PJ,
Mm-hmm.
the Elms, I met him. I met Elms in Basildon. That must be about since 2002. I don't know her before. We only met at the airport.
Oh, there
And
you
then
go.
we just got talking.
Oh.
And then
Like
that's the
usually, you know,
beginning.
Filipinas get to
Oh,
talk
yeah.
with other
As
Filipinas,
if
and
like-
they have a lot of things to say.
Yeah, as if like we know each other for a long time.
There you have
And then
it.
we become really, really good friends. Just like my sister, we're kind of like Mommy Almades or Mommy in Basildon. We hung out for a long, long time, and we can talk and talk and chat about boys mostly. No, yeah. I think we decided in 2008, wasn't it, that we're going to move out of Basildon. So we want to like sort of explore other areas.
Oh.
And then when we move out of Basildon, I met my husband.
Oh, there you
in
go.
Manchester, where I moved to.
Mhm.
And then Elms moved to London and met PJ in there.
Great
So
move.
It must be, yeah. It was a great move.
It was a move of love. And how about we go, thank you, Dinah, we go to the workmates, Franja and Rio. Tell us how sweet this guy is. Does he ever visit you in the workplace? What does he bring? What do they do whenever he visits?
Okay, I've known Elma since she joined the hospital where we were working in London. That was way back in 2008. And then I met PJ when we were together in the pilgrimage. So I was with a group with them. Nung una namin nakita si PJ, sabi namin, parang siguro pinilit lang yan ng nanay niya na sumama sa pilgrimage na ito. Parang very he looks very young then. I mean like in his late early 20s, I think. And then because we were like four of us were the young people in the group, because most of them are like retirees during on that group. So we hang out together. So at the end of the tour, it was in 18 days, and we became friends. And then of course they blossomed, and I witnessed them. We've been friends since then, and I am just so happy that these two became now that they got married, and the first time that they met, I was there, and I am just so pleased to be here witnessing that their love blossomed and they end up being married together. So I'm just so happy for the both of them.
Ruth. So your college friend.
Yeah, we've been
Tama.
friends for a long time, and I'm one of her prayer warriors.
Oh.
I've been praying na, Lord, please give her the one. And then one day she told me that, Ruth, Elms used to call me B2, I B1, then I used to call her
B2.
B2, yeah, sabi niya. B2, finally, borrow niya daw yung isang tagline sa isang movie na, she's asking for a burger only, but she was
Oh.
given fries and burger.
Was this Tony Gonzaga?
Yeah. So,
That Tony Gonzaga? And what movie was this? And John Lloyd.
yeah.
There you go.
Now we're starting to pray for Little Elms and Little
Oh,
Fish
yeah,
to
that would be
come.
lovely.
So, coming soon na yon. So, maraming prayer warrior
Next film.
dyan. So,
Coming soon.
let's do it all together. Starting tonight.
The Super Babies. Thank you so much to these lovely ladies. How about a big hand for these ladies? Thank you for revealing some secrets and some nice stories about the couple.